What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big John and G, the Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. No, that wasn't angry face. I was passion, excitement. And what I'm talking about today is this is another one of my Kickstarter buys. Kind of giving it away a little bit there, right? A smile like this, kind of giving away what I think about it. Wow. But I'm also excited because you already got to see a lot on it. So the unboxing, the setup, the play. You got to see a Friday night filler on this already. I played a couple of more games. I haven't, up front I got to say though, I haven't gotten this down in front of any of the other 20-sided warriors yet. So everything I'm telling you is just coming from me. They have not had a chance to play this yet because it's a solo play. It's a one-player only game, solitary style. Yeah, but this game needs to be talked about. I want to let you know about it. And actually, if you have 2 copies of the game, which I don't, then you can play it 2 players. That kind of should be interesting. Oh, anyway, the game I want to tell you about today for Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, my friends, is by Wyvern Gaming. And that title? Sojourn, a journey through time. Yeah, so you're stuck. You're stuck in dinosaur days. And your equipment has broken. And you gotta try to... You jury rig it just enough to make a couple of hops, but you don't have a lot of control over it. Gotta have to find those parts. And of course those parts went flying through time. So why don't you join me down the table, and we'll talk about Sojourn, a journey through time. Thank you so much for joining me down the table for this Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, talking about Sojourn, a journey through time. This game is by Wyvern Games. This was a Kickstarter that I found and gladly kickstarted after I read it. I don't have any time-traveling board games, and I thought this is an interesting start, especially since I'm looking for more and more solitary play games, which this is. Although if you bought 2 copies, you could play 2 players. I, however, did not. But let me tell you a little bit about this game and why I think it's good and why I think it's worthy of attention. Right up front, I gotta say, this game is fast to learn, fast to pick up. You're gonna be noticing everything on the cards. Once you know what the iconography is, you know the rules. Pretty much. That's 90% of the game, is knowing the iconography and understanding how it flows. That's all you gotta do. This game also gives a fast play. You could be done in this game in 10 to 20 minutes. That's actually pretty good. For a solitary game, you kind of want something quick sometimes. And making it a filler game, as far as the time to play goes, is actually a little bit brilliant on this part. Now, one thing I want to address is time travel itself. I have a big problem with it. I'm a little bit of a snob. Time travel into the past, to me, is a conversation I don't want to have. Unless you're talking about opening up wormholes and going into a parallel universe or an alternate dimension, a different Earth, vibrating out of frequency where possibilities are a little bit different than the way the outcomes were here in your prime time, I don't got time for it. Yeah, when it's just for pure fun, tongue-in-cheek, like Back to the Future, I have no problem. Now this game, I also have no problem with. And the main reason for that is you're not messing with time. The only reason you're traveling through time is trying to find fragments of your broken time sphere. You're not trying to change anything, you're just going, grabbing, leaving. That's it. There's no rules or mechanics at all for affecting the timeline. And I like that. Because otherwise, it would get really bogged down. Now, because of the very object of this game, you have to find the pieces that are scattered throughout time. there has to be an element of danger. And this game delivers it through history. There are some good things that you will encounter in the game, like the moon landing. But there are a lot of bad things. Because there has to be a sense of danger. There has to be something for you to escape, to survive from. And the game doesn't pull any punches. Everything from Pearl Harbor to Hiroshima to 9/11 is illustrated in this game. Having to survive D-Day. There are some tough obstacles in this game, but it needs it. Every game needs obstacles. And when you're dealing with a game of time travel, the obstacles are going to be moments in history. The components for this game are very simple, but very nice. What really caught my attention was the double-sided, double-layered player's board. It's double-layered in order to hold on to the cubes so that they don't go flying off. This is a nice touch. I like it when the games are designed this way. But on the other side, when you flip it over, it's the same thing, but with a different image. One side with a male, the other side with a female. It's a nice touch. Thank you. Now, the last thing I would like to point out is a warning. This game, although it is small and it is fast to play, it does leave a large footprint. This game sprawls out. Mostly up, but also out as well. Sometimes it's a little difficult to contain the game on the table itself. And you have to manage that, sometimes by half covering up cards with newer cards. And that does make it a little difficult. Maybe if the cards were smaller, I'm not sure. But that is one thing that I do want to warn you about this game. It is going to take up not just a large amount of space on your table, but an unguessable amount of space, since it's sprawling out and you don't necessarily know for how far. Overall, Wyvern Games puts together a really great, fun, one-player solitary game. Well, as I said in the beginning, if you bought 2 copies, there's a 2-player variant. But at the time, that was a little bit out of my price range. So I don't know how that plays out. I think the variant is being chased through time, which does sound interesting. But this is a great game. If you have a few minutes before the rest of the group shows up, you can throw this down and you can have a good gaming experience. Maybe, like me, sometimes you have something to do. Like in between games, I might have to run out the 20-sided nuts for a walk, and that could take 10 or 15 minutes. I can easily throw this game down, and my players will be amused. One playing, the others watching, and probably all together arguing about what should be done. Yes, if you're looking for a solo play game, this is the game you're going to want to have fun with. Sojourn, A Journey Through Time by Wyvern Games. Check it out. Play it. Find a place on your shelf for it. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for coming over and checking out what we're doing, especially over on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Very cool when you go over and check out and see what we're doing. We don't always know what we're doing over there. And I've noticed that we've had a couple of hits over on our Zazzle store. So you might want to go over and check that out, the Two Gun Pixie Zazzle store, our print on demand, where we have a lot of cool, nerdy, and RPG-inspired designs on hats, shirts, mugs, steins, mouse pads, and a whole bunch of anything else I could find to slap an image on. But most of all, friends, thank you all for coming over here to our home on YouTube. You subscribe to Two Gun Pixie, you watch the videos, you like, you comment. When I'm lucky, when any YouTuber is lucky, you share a video that you like. Sharing is caring. Thank you so much for doing that, everyone. You're awesome, beautiful people, and I'll never be able to thank you enough for everything you do for Two Gun Pixie. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for, well, Two Gun Pixie. Thanks for joining me here, everyone. I am I'm out of here.